Good morning again, and welcome to the James Mudd Emergency Services Center. We're happy you can join us on this rainy morning in this rescheduled event. My name is Tabitha Butcher, and I'm the Chief of Collier County Emergency Medical Services. Thank you for being here today as we honor victims, families, and those who assisted with resuscitation of a cardiac arrest victim. I would like to recognize a few famous people in the room. We have Lynn Price, Department Head of Administrative Services of Collier County. We have Dr. Doug Lee, who is our Deputy Medical Director. We have Bruce Gastineau, who is the Assistant Chief of Collier County EMS. In the back. We have Naomi Fraguela, who is the Deputy Chief of Training. We have Tony Camps, who is the Deputy Chief of Special Operations for EMS. And we have our training captains for Collier County EMS who worked hard to make this event happen. We have Matt Allen, Tony Morrow, Tom Ouellette, and Arthur Wolf. And I'd like to recognize some of the fire chiefs that are in attendance today. We have great partnerships with the fire districts, and we have a lot of them represented today. We have Chief James Cunningham from North Collier Fire Department. Chief Michael Murphy from Marco Island Fire. Chief Kingman Schultz from Greater Naples Fire. Chief Pete DeMaria from the City of Naples. We have Al Scatino, the Police Chief of Marco Island. And we have two citizen that is on the Emergency Medical Authority. That is a group that makes decisions. It's an advisory group to the Board of County Commissioners that in attendance today. We have Edwin Fryer and Ron Myers. So now we will have everybody stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
So now I am proud to announce the Deputy Medical Director, Dr. Doug Lee.
Thank you. Good morning. Let's bear with me. I just found out I was going to have to talk yesterday. So I think we all know why we're here this morning. But I wanted to discuss a little bit about how we got here this morning. Everyone's probably heard about the chain of survival. The chain of survival includes all of the links that have to join together and line up in order to optimize a victim of cardiac arrest, their survival, to being able to be discharged from the hospital. Each of those links are vitally important and equally important. So the first link is the recognition and activation of the emergency response system. For every minute that passes by in cardiac arrest without CPR or defibrillation, the odds of survival decrease by 7 to 10%. Only about 46% of all out-of-hospital cardiac arrests actually have bystander participation. And then our dispatchers in this county are phenomenal. They are able to talk callers through an incredibly stressful time and really help provide care remotely. They are, when you think about it, they are the original telemedicine providers. We're talking a lot about one of the buzzwords in medicine now is telemedicine and providing care remotely. And dispatchers really are the original telemedicine providers. The second link is immediate, high-quality CPR. Bystander CPR, especially if provided in the first few minutes of a cardiac arrest, can double or triple a person's chance of survival. Compression-only CPR encourages bystander participation and decreases the amount of interruptions with compressions. The third link is rapid early defibrillation. The AHA estimates that about 25% of all cardiac arrests have a shockable rhythm on first look. This makes AEDs readily available in the public, as well as citizens being familiar with those AEDs, incredibly important. Our partnership with law enforcement and equipping the law enforcement officers with AEDs is probably one of the best advancements we could have made as a community. Finally, looking at all these really sharply dressed men and women, these heroes, you can see that the pre-hospital professional providers, they have put in an incredible number of hours of training and practice, teamwork. They get out of bed all times of night to be there for us in our times of greatest need. We're really here to honor them. Finally, the hospital care that's provided to these patients is also super important. In the hospital, when we get these patients who've had cardiac arrest, we can do some pretty phenomenal things. Cardiac catheterization, induced hypothermia, but none of that is possible unless all those links of survival are able to join together and get the patients to us. In this country, there are over 350,000 out-of-hospital cardiac arrests per year. The survival rate for those victims nationwide is about 5 to 10%. In Collier County, the same survival rate, about 23%. Okay. For patients presenting with a shockable rhythm, the survival rate to survive to hospital discharge, like some of the people here, 33%. Incredible. So again, we're here to celebrate the men and women who are heroes here, who have been able to provide this incredible statistic. But importantly, we're fortunate to have some of the survivors here, because this is not about statistics and numbers. This is about humans caring for and caring about other people. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Lee. So as Dr. Lee said, we are happy to be here to recognize bystanders and emergency personnel for outstanding jobs and countless efforts they put in each day to provide care for the citizens of our community. I would like to thank the training staff and the medical directors for the countless hours of training and support they provide to all of our emergency personnel and putting this great event together. As we are here to honor the individuals who have saved a life, we are also here to honor all of you. Thank you to the families and the friends who support your loved ones and all of the emergency response personnel who answer these calls each and every day. Sudden cardiac arrest is the leading cause of death in the U.S. among adults over the age of 40. Approximately 250,000 people suffer cardiac arrest each year, and only 5% of those survive. Cardiac arrest is a sudden and unexpected pulseless condition caused by an abnormality of the heart's electrical system. When cardiac arrest occurs, blood flow stops to the brain and the heart, and the person collapses. The victim is considered clinically dead and will remain so unless someone helps immediately. Today's celebration is an example of how many people have come together to defy those odds. Bystanders, dispatchers, law enforcement officers, firefighters, EMTs, and paramedics are honored today for providing CPR, retrieving an AED, and answering the call of duty to save someone's life after sudden cardiac arrest. Nationwide, on average, approximately 10% of cardiac arrest victims survive. As Dr. Lee said, in 2016, 33% of patients who experienced out-of-hospital cardiac arrest and were transported by EMS were discharged from the hospital alive. The people in this room are a direct reflection of those statistics. The public involvement, the quick actions of bystanders, and the dedication of public safety personnel make this all possible. Collier County has over 1,900 registered AEDs throughout the county and many trained in CPR, which greatly assist in these efforts. It is an honor for me to stand here today and recognize all of those who have selflessly given of themselves to save a life. Today we will hear amazing stories of survivors of sudden cardiac arrest, and we will present many with Phoenix Awards for their life-saving efforts. The Phoenix Award is given to emergency service personnel who have been involved in calls where the patient suffered sudden cardiac arrest, was resuscitated, and not only survived, but was able to return home to be with their families. The Phoenix Award is named after the mythological bird that was consumed by fire and rose renewed from the ashes. The emergency personnel being recognized today have faced the absolute worst situation and took control with a level head, a firm voice, and gentle hands. Because of their skills, knowledge, and life-saving efforts, many people have a second chance to experience daily life, and some are in attendance today. These moments are the reason that emergency personnel do the job, the moments that make a difference. We thank you for all that you do, and congratulations. So now we will move on to the presentation of awards. Deputy Chief Naomi Fraguela.
Good morning. I know many of you can't see me, but you can hear me. The first recipients we'd like to honor is a gentleman by the name of James Lane. He was 74 years old, now he's 75, so he's had a birthday since October 30th, 2016, when he collapsed in his home. His wife started bystander CPR, and it was continued by the Marco Island Fire Department. Marco Island Police Department arrived with an AED and defibrillated Mr. Lane once. That's all it took. He was found in that quivering, erratic heart rhythm, and he was converted to a normal sinus rhythm and pulses. He had pulses and respiration by the time he got to the hospital. So today we'd like to recognize Mr. Lane and his heroes. So Mr. Lane, would you like to step forward so you can hand the certificate?
I'm grateful. I never knew for 14 days from the time that I was picked up by the policeman for Marco, and I never knew anything. I was in ICU for 14 days. My sons came, my friends came, people flew in to say goodbye, and again, I couldn't even go back and say who they were. So I'm so grateful for that team. And what it means to me to be here. Thank you.
We would like to recognize the following personnel. From Collier County EMS, Ryan DiPietro. I don't believe he was here to make it. From Marco Island Fire Department, we have Captain Scott Corey. Please step forward.
It's good to see you.
Lieutenant James J. Firefighter Ray Latterini. Do we have any Mark Island Fire Police Department? Steve Gaskill. And Sergeant Mike Vogel. Group photo, please.
We will. Thank you.
The next recipient we'd like to recognize is Mr. Robert Rasso. Is he step forward, please? You don't have to say anything. You can just hand out the certificates. Please step forward. On November 19, 2016, he collapsed in his car. CPR was started by bystanders and off-duty EMT, Gardy Bradley. He's one of our EMTs that always seems to be at the right place at the wrong time. We have many stories about Gardy. So he began CPR. Collier County Sheriff's Office applied an AED and shot Mr. Rosso twice. He had a pulse and respiration and was moving by the time he got to the emergency room. He was discharged on November 25th, awake and responsive. We'd like to recognize the following heroes. EMT Gardy Bradley from Collier County. Serena Bush, Collier County EMS. Michael Guerra, Collier County EMS. From North Collier Fire Rescue, Engineer Christopher Perry. Simonson, sorry. And from the Sheriff's Office, Corporal Robert Titus.
You know, obviously what happened, you'd never expect to happen. And Gardy and his significant other, Emily, came both there. And luckily my wife had the presence of mind to turn off our car because we were at the corner of Vanderbilt and Livingston when I went down. And I think it just, you know, everything had to fall in line for me to make it because I think there was a off-duty, was there a policeman up there as well, right? And then when I made it to the hospital, I guess, I don't remember any of this obviously, but I think when I was in a state of hypothermia, I think I went code blue twice more. But then somehow got out in time for Thanksgiving. And I think I also, among my peers, started a run on nuclear stress tests. Because they go, you're pretty thin, you know. And, fortunately, I had no warning. I had just done an hour of cardio before I went into cardiac arrest. So one never knows. But thank you so much to everybody. It was truly a miracle. Thanks.
And now we're going to recognize each individual department. If I could ask, as your name is being, or actually as the departments get called up, if you will line up against the wall over there. You can see that wall. As your department gets called up, just line up against the wall, and then we'll call your name up. So we're going to start with Collier County EMS, and calling back Serena Bush. This is her second Phoenix Award. So all of Collier County EMS folks, if you could stand up and go up against the wall. Marianne Calero.
How you've grown. I remember when you were first CMT.
Next will be Stefano D'Amato.
Hey, good to see you.
Stefano D'Amato, Stefano. Sandra Gant. Justin Grave. Brian Hunt. Kelly Hacienda. David Lamb. Sam Poole is receiving 2 awards today. Pep Saldana. Cassie Shelley. Mike Smith. And Patty Tesh. And these are your Collier County EMS heroes. Ask Collier County Sheriff's Office to stand up, please, and go towards the wall.
I told you, they tricked you, you didn't get one. I took all the good.
I'd like to recognize Corporal Sean Ellis. Corporal Thomas Evie. Horowitz. Corporal David Shayer. Deputy Katina Studzinski. Apologize. And dispatcher Richard Swank gets 2 Phoenix Awards. These are your Collier County Sheriff's Office heroes. The City of Naples Fire Department, please stand up and go towards the wall.
Put my name on them. I can't find one.
Chief DeMaria, I'd like to step forward and present. Would firefighter train Adam Tuck step forward, please? Lieutenant Christian Weiss. Firefighter Jeffrey Bruder. Lieutenant Michael Moore. Firefighter Jared O'Connor. I'm sorry, Jared. And firefighter Jason O'Connor. Battalion Chief Jerry Picard. And these are your City of Naples heroes.
Perfect, that works.
Next, we're going to recognize the monthly fire department, and we'll interim fire chief Michael Choate step forward, please.
I'm going.
Lieutenant Daniel Gonzalez. Firefighter Nathan Shakanda. And these are your Immokalee Fire Department leaders. Next, we would like to ask Greater Naples Fire Department and Chief Schultz.
You look all red. Look all red. At least 30 years so long.
So next we're going to recognize firefighter Aaron Borowski, who's receiving 2 awards.
Fancy. Who's that? Finally, brother, you can do something.
Firefighter David Borowski. And engineer Jason Borowski. There's a pattern. Firefighter Kevin Collins. Firefighter John Fickey. Firefighter Scott Jacobs. Lieutenant Mike Lowe. Lieutenant Robert McGowan. Engineer Justin Raymond. And engineer Todd Schilling. And these are your Greater Naples heroes. So next we're going to recognize North Collier Fire Department. Chief Cunningham, step forward please. And the North Collier firefighters, step to the wall.
First and back. One last.
Firefighter Anthony Aguilera is receiving 2 awards today. Engineer Giovanni Campobasso. Engineer Justin Gibson. Firefighter Richard Graham. Engineer Dennis Kerr. Lieutenant Joshua Kirk.
Now you can get me so I can.
Lieutenant Robert Lowe. Battalion Chief Robert Smith. Nicholas Stoltz. say your last name.
Tchaikovsky. Yes.
Firefighter Victor Yedra. We don't have you guys in the check. Are you gonna see it?
Firefighter David Moore.
And Captain Jason Ford. And these are your North Collier Fire Department heroes.
Thank you.
So that concludes our ceremony. We do thank you for coming. And as you can see today, by the number of people in this room, as well as the number of first responders receiving awards, we have a great community that comes together to make sure we take care of the citizens of our county. So thank you guys for all that you do. So we do have refreshments in the back, right through the door. There is also a large American flag if you would like to take photo opportunities with your family. So thank you again for coming.